Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here of course, and today's hike title is going to be Mellow Morning Hike. Guess I'm pretty mellow, as many of you know. In fact, I used to have the nickname Mellow Mike. So I was going to do some herping. I was going to look for some carnivorous plants. Haven't found any of that yet, but I'm just enjoying the walk. It's a beautiful day, and it's mellow and laid back today, enjoying nature. And that's always good medicine. Morning YouTubers. Out for a short hike today. It's early morning this time of year. It's the best time to hike because it's relatively cool before the heat of the day begins. So coming back here to do a little bit of herping because came across a beautiful coral snake, and I got my camera out and I thought I was filming it. I was following it along and I never hit the record button, so I'm kind of going to go back to where it was and see if I can find it today and get a nice video. We'll see if I have any luck. Well, summertime is almost upon us, and it really is in many ways my favorite time to hike in Florida, because as it gets hot and all the trails get overgrown, the snowbirds and tourists leave, and there's bugs are out, and you tend to have your trails to yourself, and I like to hike alone a lot of the time. And it's a nice time. It's a respite for the wildlife. There's not hordes of people going through the woods, and it's not hunting season, so it's a time where they can get the wilderness to themselves, which is supposed to be the original plan anyway. So I'll enjoy the heat and the bugs and the overgrown trails and all that wonderful stuff, because the solitude is worth all those other challenges. And that, to me, here it comes, is good medicine. This is one thing I love about the pine forest, the southern pine forest. Look at this carpet of pine needles. It's soft, it's fragrant, it's really nice. You can just smell the pine, and if I was barefoot, it'd be nice to walk on too. It's nice when you get into these areas where it's heavy in the pines. It's just beautiful in my opinion. I always look for a positive and a negative. And the negative being the drought. This ditch here is usually always filled up with water. And it's filled with lots of duckweed and all kinds of vegetation. And I've always wanted to go over to this marsh over here to look to see if there's any pitcher plants or carnivorous plants, but I knew better because I couldn't see. I didn't want to walk across this ditch because it'd be a great place for alligators to hide, and I didn't want to get eaten, so I always resisted the urge to do that. You can see here how dried up it is. Look at those cattails down there. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to go check out this part of the freshwater marsh here that I've never been able to get to, and see if I can find some carnivorous plants. I will check back in with you guys later if I find anything interesting. Well, as you can see, this is a beautiful expanse of freshwater marsh that's difficult to get access to. but since a lot of the ditches surrounding it are dried up. So I've been walking through here a little bit, seeing if I could find some pitcher plants. Haven't had any luck, but it is a beautiful place. I'm sure this is filled with life. At nighttime, it must just be a chorus of frogs and lots of nature, birds you can hear during the day, but I'm sure at nighttime this is really alive with all kinds of creatures. I'm watching this spider repairing its web. And that's the thing I love about nature is we can observe nature. We can learn truth and wisdom and learn things about life by observing nature. And the spider inspires me because no matter what, their webs get knocked down all the time, whether it be animals or people knocking it down or weather knocking it down. But they just keep going. They just rebuild and rebuild. They don't give up. And that's inspiring. When things go bad, get back up and rebuild again. Just like the spider. The spider's tenacious. One of the hardest working creatures in the woods, in my opinion.